Hi, my name is Muhammad Asadullah. I am a student of University of Hertfordshire, Hatfield campus. I am also studying MS Business Analytics and Consultancy from Business School in University of Hertfordshire. And this course, the name of this course is Individual Consultancy Project. My student ID is 2308038. So now today, I will be sharing a set of reflections on our journey so far and tailor recommendations that can support our clients' business growth in the future. The goal of this presentation is not only to highlight what has worked well in the past, in the present, and how it can be improved, but also to provide some actionable insights, some steps, some strategies that will guide our clients' business to their next step. So, by reflecting on the past and aligning with our business, clients' business with the long term objectives, we can ensure that the strategies moving forward are the practicable and sustainable. If I can give a short introduction about my client, so my client is Adivo Consultants. They have been developed in 2015. They are basically based in Lahore, Pakistan. They are very famous in the industry. And the one thing uh, they are a trusted foreign education agency which was established in Pakistan, and also also they specialize in guiding ambitious students through securing admission in the leading international universities in USA, UK, Canada as well. While also they are providing some language training as well, like Pakistan English is not a native language for Pakistan, so they are also providing training for IELTS, PTE, language certs to enhance the readiness and success. So, if I can talk about what I have prepared and what I have searched and what I have developed in my presentation is, so now I will start my presentation for my slide. So let's move to the first slide, which is introduction. As I have also given some short introduction, so this is the in-depth introduction. Indigo has good credibility in consultancy industry. 50 employed surveyed on a cross-functional basis. Among other issues, the use of outdated technology, ineffective training, and ineffective communication. This is a very important thing. They have not the modern technology they are using. They're using the old days like the 2015, and they have not the formal training they're providing to their employees to be effective, and also the ineffective communication. If they have not a good training, so their communication will also be ineffective because they don't have the way, they don't have you say the mode to how to describe something, how to communicate something. So undeveloped sustainability practices, we can say. Okay, so now we can move to our next slide, which is also about the agenda, recap of organizational issues, formulations of final recommendations, validation by data and feasibility study according to the resources Urvera Alaska and Keprovia 2025. Reflective thinking process, skills acquired, and lesson learned. This is the all in this slide. Now I will move to the next slide, which is sorry, technology integration. This is the very important thing or very main point in the whole presentation, the technology, as I have discussed earlier, where as you know we have conducted some data, we have done survey, we have used the authorized search method. So according to the research, 68% of workers who were not satisfied with the existing tools. It's a very big thing. Like the majority of the workers are not satisfied with the technology, the softwares, the anything like the technology which they are using. So this is the big problem in the whole business. Duplication of manuals, lack of dashboards, like the presentations and coordinations, the manner of coordination, how they can coordinate with each other. So this is the big problem. So the suggestions and recommendations for them is to use the latest tool like Asana, MS Project, Live Dashboards, Crosswise et al. 2022, and many other software like this you see nowadays after the COVID-19, the Zoom, the Google Meets, the Google Slides. So these are the main you see the technology things they have to be used. And the target complete digital infrastructure with foresight. There is a picture showing in the slide, which is very important, so we can also relate with it. So now let's move to our next slide, which is about structured training and development. As I have told earlier, we have collected some data, so the structured training is requested by 72% of the employees. Okay, so it's a very big amount in a way. You see existing the majority of the people, the employees want training, they need training, they need professional training, existing training, informal, old fashioned, self education. As I have told earlier, they are using the old system. They have the informal training, not the professional one, so which anyone can be develop, anyone can be succeed. The old fashioned mean the old one, the not latest one, the not the latest theory, not the latest, not the latest practices, and the self-education because they have to learn from their own, not providing any supervision training. So the suggestion is to arrange the seminars, so someone from their seniors they can give them the training, give them the lessons. LMS supervision, as I told earlier, mentoring, monitoring. So this is the suggestion for them to be succeed for this in this way. Whole approach, technical plus leadership and communication. Leadership and communication is a very important thing. The leader has responsibility to lead and to communicate what they have to do, how they have to do, and how will we they succeed. There is also a picture showing about this is the training and development. It's about type of behaviors, soft skills, product branding, team building, study of behavior. It's an interesting thing. So now let's move to our next slide, which is about internal communication. As I told earlier, communication is the main barrier. So the data which we have conducted, according to this, the internal communication 60% of employees not satisfied with the communication. If they are not satisfied with the communication, so they don't know how they have to do. They don't understand the most of the thing. The problem is lack of interconnection between departments, lack of up to date, lack of transparency. If they can't if they can't communicate in a good way, so it will not be a good connection between them, between the colleagues, between the team members, between the departments. A department is a very dangerous thing. If they have no good connection, they will not support each other. So it's a lack of many things, lack of transparency also as well. So according to the hypothesis, they have to be arranged once a week huddles, once a month interdepartmental meetings, the online meetings to support their employees, to encourage their employees to communicate in a good way to make the employees succeed. With the help of tools like Slack, MS Teams, communication rules, and many other softwares are available online to use, like the Zoom, Google Meet, and many other, we can say. So now let's move to our next slide, which is about sustainable business practices. Sustainability is important to 54% of employees. So it's according to data is also very important factor how their business will be sustained. So suggestion is to remote work, paperless offices, green KPIs, like to provide to provide the employees the free range, like they can work from anywhere. They need the paperless work, green KPIs, like if they are living in the home they can also done their work from the remotely from the home by use of technology. It will also be helpful in this, because if they are staying in the home they can use the technology and done their work online. So it's also be a very good thing to sustain the business in some way, like in the COVID-19. If we can take example, most of the business which have been sustained is by the use of the remote work, by using the technology, because no one will be available to attend the office, and no one was allowed to go to the office. So that was the time which have described this thing in a good way. Credibility credentials, ISO 14001, consultants embedded ESG within customer work. So sustainability in business is a very main thing. Adapting a sustainable business practices minimize the environmental footprints, eco-friendly environment between the employees and the upper management, you can say, and uphold fair labor practices and support everyone in a fair way. Build a sustainable supply chain. It's an important factor. Now let's move to our next slide, which is about data driven justification. According to the respondent survey which we have collected, it's about 68% tech, 72% training, 60% comms, and 54% sustainability. If we can give a whole idea about the data which has been collected, so it's very also critical and interesting factor in some way. So according to if we can talk about mixed method, qualitative plus quantitative information, systematic problems are validated by employee feedback, like if there are any system if there are any problem in the system going, so they have, if they can conduct the feedback, the employees will give the feedback in an anonymous way, so they can be able to find the problem and make a solution for this, which is a good thing and the good solution for any problem. And solutions are answer to articulated needs. Kosal, Crampton, and Kumar 2022. So it was a very important and interesting slide. Now let's move to our next slide, which is about change and implementation plan. So they have to be make changes. My client will have to make changes and implementation, and do make some implementation plan in the future. A variable amount, break even in 12-18 months, 1 year progressive implementation plan, Q1 to Q2 tools pilot tech, design training products, Q3 to Q4 rollout globally. Sorry, ISO preparations, review of performances. The picture which is showing in the slide is interesting one. Implementing the change management plan. Like communication is the key. As I have told earlier, communication is the main thing in anything to change, to make the implementation. So, and the second thing is create a sense of urgency, create a sense of involve employees in the processes, give them liberty, provide support and resources, monitor progress, and adjust as they need it. So this is the important thing. Let's move to the other slide. Is about benefits and impacts. Automation and digitalization produce efficiency. It's a simple thing. If we can use a good technology, a good made the digitalization, a good made can be, it can make the processes efficient and make the processes fast. So this is the thing which has been tell in this slide. But better employee satisfaction engagement. Yes, the employees are satisfied in this way. If the employees are satisfied, they will be productive. If they are not satisfied, they will not engage. They will not show engagement. They will not show loyalty to the organization. Increased inter-firm relationship and loyalty. This is also thing which I have described. Reputation and competitiveness. The also the same thing which I have discussed. Now let's move to the next slide about reflections. As I have told at the earlier, I will about tell about the recommendations and reflections. The reflection we have a challenges and solution. Survey attrition, striking the balance between qualitative insights and the quantitative insights. Poor availability of secondary data. If I can give some one example here, if they want to make a change, they have to be data available according to, they have to make change. If they don't have the good data, the poor availability of data, the decision will not be good, and which will not be go in a right way. So this is a good thing. Answer through triangulation and lateral support. The next slide is about the reflection skills development, research skills, planning, and interpretation of surveys. Like if they want to do something, they have to make plan and make some surveys to become at the point. So if they are not using the right research skill, so the research will not be right, and the decision will not be right. So in an analytical way, interpreting a mixed method data, how they can interpret the data in a good way. Communication, how to organize finding. Like if, for example, they have collected data, so how will be they communicate to make a decision to their employees, to get their employees satisfied to on that point. So this I will suggest them to use the right methods, the right technology for their better. Project management, time versus deliverable. They have to be make the time. They have to make the time management like the smart goals, the short-term goals, like reflect on your strengths and weaknesses, track their progresses and the adjustments. This is the thing which I am telling. Now let's move to the next slide, which is about reflection key lessons, significance of evidence-based recommendation, appreciation of versatility at resolving problems, and involvement of stakeholders or reduction of resistance to change. Reflecting improves ongoing professional development. This one is about the conclusion summary, technology, training, communication, sustainability. This is all I have described. Credibility makes certain data driven justification. Implementation plan is practicable and generalized. Everyone can easily understand and practicable to everyone. Change enhances competitiveness and resiliency. Next step is client and personal. This is for the client and for the personal, for like for me as well. Client recommendation, implement suggestion, and incremental implementation. Become a certified to ISO. For the personal, for example, as I am the consultancy skill student, so I have to transfer my skill into my future products. If I will be employee of any organization, so I have to transfer this skill to build their projects to their end to succeed their project. And if I can start my own business, so I have to use my this skill, the consultancy and analytics skill, to grow my business, to succeed my business. So this is the thing which I have described. This is the all which I have tried to explain. The last slide is about the references which I have collected data from. So today I have tried my best to deliver and to explain everything in a short time. So this is all from me. Thank you so much. Have a good day.